We have a new Miss USA president. Or do we? What a great day to not work for Miss USA. I know that this is the episode that a lot of you have been waiting for. You have been waiting to hear that Laylah is no longer the director of Miss USA, and I think that we have that news. Or at least I thought that we did. Yesterday in an Instagram post, Thom Brodeur announced that he is the chairman, president, and CEO of Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. And then he posted these slides. He said that for 74 years, Miss USA has crowned icons. For 42 years, Miss Teen USA has inspired generations. For 39 of those years, like many of you, I have watched women's lives be completely transformed by these brands and the journeys their lives have taken because they said no to their fears and yes to the opportunity promised by these brands and more broadly, the sport of pageantry. I think it's time we started making good on promises forgotten and working together to create and keep better promises for the future. Under my leadership, with a team of dedicated, experienced pageant industry veterans and bona fide business leaders, our focus is simple: the future. Where we're going is more powerful than where we've been. We're here to build, we're here to heal, we're here to set the tone for generations to come of Miss USA and Teen USA aspirants. This is our promise, this is our plan. The team and I understand the assignment. It's time to climb. Then the next slide states the core values and cultural shift. The 3 values that we live by are kindness, every interaction leaves you feeling good; transparency, no secrets, no spin; responsiveness, if you reach out, you'll be seen, heard, and answered; contestant and title holder centric, out with restrictive contracts and NDAs, in with fairness, freedom, and empowerment. Our winners will shine in pop culture, fashion, media, and entertainment like never before. Now, I will say that the core values and the cultural shift mentioned here does feel like an immediate response and reply to the outgoing leadership of the Laylah Rose era. It seems like a lot of the things that people were upset about during the Laylah Rose era are things that this new era plans to directly address. Then we have mention of innovation and opportunity. We have mention of the Pageant Fans app, deeper fan connection, plus monetization opportunities for contestants. Interesting. Then we have modern broadcasting, live TV, and streaming partners to reinforce cultural relevance. We have sponsorship access. Big brands and small businesses can now be a part of the journey. Elevating winners, appearances, PR, and real career opportunities. Then we have a slide that says integrity and trust restored, no more selection committees, winners chosen fairly by independent judges, not by production teams or pageant staff and leadership. Now that would be a change. Then stability for state directors, timely contracts, and clear communication and expectations. Would love to see that. Your voice matters. Fans, contestants, title holders, your input will help shape our future. I love that. Then the promise. We're not just making a comeback, we're rebuilding a legacy stronger, brighter, and united. Thom also captioned his post and he said, breaking, I'm thrilled to share that I have officially acquired Miss USA, and then he has a little trademark symbol, and Miss Teen USA. With a 10-year exclusive license, a powerhouse team, and a clear vision, I am ready to modernize, revitalize, and reignite 2 of the most iconic brands in American pageantry. History is being made, and I'm inviting you to be a part of shaping it. Hashtag Miss USA, hashtag Miss Teen USA, and hashtag America's It Girl. Look at that. I'm actually really curious here, though, how much the licensing fee was this time around. Because of all the damage that has been done to the brand, I'm curious if Thom was able to get it for less than Laylah did. Because Laylah's agreement, as far as we know, was for 12 years for $6 million. But this is a shorter deal because maybe MUO is kind of like, wow, like that was a really risky thing. I'm surprised that he got it for 10. I'm shocked that they didn't say, hey, let's have like a 2-year trial phase or a 5-year phase. I wonder if he was able to get this on a discount because of all the damage that has been done. So that was Thom's statement, and many pageant fans, contestants, and title holders were very, very excited about this announcement because a lot of people are familiar with Thom. So Thom helped prepare Noelia for Miss USA, and Thom essentially works in branding and also pageant coaching. You can check out his website and you can check out Brodeur Beauties. There's a lot there. I'm actually just going to screenshot for you the About Me for Thom so that you can learn a little bit more about the things things that he has done. But essentially though, Thom has helped transform a lot of contestants to help make them more marketable. He improves their branding, and then they go on to win their USA state title. In fact, Thom has actually worked with several of the current 2025 Miss USA state queens, which if Thom is in fact our Miss USA and Teen USA new president, people have stated that that is a potential conflict of interest if he's worked with these state contestants and then now they're competing for essentially like his national pageant. And I feel like it would be really important for him stepping in to address all of that and take some extra steps probably for transparency so that he can get the organization off on the right foot by addressing, yes, I have worked with these contestants, but that was before I became the national director. I feel like that would be a really, really smart move. I know Thom personally, and so when I saw this news, I actually wasn't that surprised by this news. And I will say though, I have such a neutral feeling about any changes in the organization, whether it's somebody I know or not, just because I was hopeful when Crystal Stewart became the president, and then I was hopeful for Laylah when she came in. I was just hoping that both of them would bring great changes to the organization, and we didn't see that happen. And so I'm at this point, and I do feel like maybe some of you watching can agree that I just feel really exhausted. I'm exhausted, I'm tired by the changes, and so frankly, that's preventing me from being super excited about any change in the organization. And a lot of people are asking my opinion, and my opinion is just time will tell. I think a lot of us have been excited in the past, and then a lot of us have felt really burned by the decisions that were made in the organization. So of course, I am hopeful again. I am hopeful, and I do wish Thom the best. And what I do like about Thom though, just knowing him on a personal level, and seeing the work that he's done with existing contestants, Thom actually is delivering what he says he will deliver. So if you look at Thom's clients, yeah, he is making sure that they're going to events like Miami Swim Week. He is making sure they're showing up on the red carpet at Cannes Film Festival. And I do feel like those actual things, those real actions are what we really do need for the USA organization. So seeing what he's already done, I know that he can get our Miss USA and our Miss Teen USA more real experiences. I feel like he's going to be able, with the use of PR, to get our new title holders out on relevant red carpets and at relevant appearances, so that once again people are going to be learning about Miss USA and Teen USA, knowing who they are, getting excited about them. I feel like because of his relations in the pageant industry that he's going to be able to attract more sponsors, and that he has an understanding, a real understanding of the importance of that, because he has worked in pageantry for so long, and like I said, he has been a part of so many young women's journeys, and he has actually helped kind of catapult some careers already. So I feel like that is going to be something he's really good at. Although this was announced yesterday, I woke up today to so many messages and DMs and screenshots from the Miss USA page, which remember, still blocked on, which doesn't really matter because all of you guys send me the screenshot. So I woke up to this post, and actually Pageant Planet reposted it. And this is what the Miss USA page said this morning. We do not engage with every rumor or piece of hearsay. Instead, we focus on verified information and constructive dialogue to ensure clarity and trust. I, Laylah Rose, remain the current license owner of the Miss USA organization. I have not been contacted, nor have I seen any new contracts regarding any transfer of ownership. We are not aware of any changes in ownership of Miss USA or Miss Teen USA. We expect that any future developments will be communicated with transparency and clarity, ensuring the continuation of these esteemed pageants with the values and integrity that have always been their hallmark. The Miss USA and Miss Teen USA competitions have long stood as platforms for evolution, empowerment, and positive change. It is our sincere expectation that if changes in ownership or leadership ever occur, they will be communicated appropriately, properly, and directly to all stakeholders, safeguarding the legacy and future of these historic organizations. Laylah Rose, Miss USA Organization, VVV Global Entertainment. Pageant Planet captioned this post, "Drama in Pageant Land. Yesterday, Thom Brodeur announced he's the new owner of Miss USA, but today, former director Laylah Rose used the Miss USA and Miss Teen USA accounts to claim she's still the owner." And just like that, comments turned off. Very, very on brand here for Laylah to turn off comments, to not respond to anybody, to ghost people. The irony here, though, is that she is expecting transparency and clarity. And that's just so funny because she has not offered transparency and clarity to contestants, fans, or directors. You haven't even been able to contact her. You've not been able to question anything. And so it's just the irony of that. Also, the fact that Pageant Planet is referring to her already as the former director of Miss USA. I mean, that can't feel good. That can't feel great. But I'm glad that I am on the outside. I am just on the outside looking in and observing and watching all of this go down with all of you. It's laughable. It doesn't even feel real. It feels like a joke, like a big old April Fool's joke. Watching Thom announce I'm the new director and then Laylah saying, I didn't know that I wasn't the new director. And then somebody sent me a screenshot of her profile. Laylah's Instagram bio says owner, president, Miss USA and Teen USA organization. And at the same time, Thom says chairman, president, and CEO, Miss USA and Teen USA. What is happening? They can't both be the director. I am so confused. Laylah makes this post and all of her comments are privated. Thom makes the post and Thom keeps all of his public because people are just so excited to see that Thom now is going to be leading the organization. And also, even if you don't know who Thom is, I feel like people are just excited that somebody else is going to be taking over, allegedly at this point. But I will say, in Laylah's defense, if in fact the statement that she posted is true, which also she did send it out to the state directors as well, she emailed all of them. It's just funny how she'll only communicate and push out information, but she doesn't want to respond to anything incoming. So I will say for Laylah that if she really didn't know that Thom is the new president and she really had no idea that the ownership has changed for Miss USA and for Miss Teen USA, I do feel like Universe is in the wrong, that they should have made her aware of that. And that also makes me think, if MUO didn't appropriately go through some sort of termination process or some sort of like end to that contract, does that mean that Laylah then would have the right to sue the Miss Universe organization for maybe unlawful termination or something like that? I have no idea. I don't even know what Laylah's rights are in this scenario. I know that people are really excited to hear about this news, but just because we're excited about it doesn't mean that this is the way that it should have been handled in the corporate world. And at the end of the day, people have rights. So I do think that the Miss Universe organization, if they hadn't already contacted her, they should have before this announcement was made. And now looking at it, I think that Miss Universe really maybe should have made that announcement. Maybe we shouldn't have seen it on Thom's personal page, or maybe the announcement should have been made on the Miss USA page to say like, hey, here's what's going to happen. But I will say that when I saw Thom's announcement, I thought, why do I feel like she's gonna refuse to give over the social media accounts at the very least? And clearly she hasn't turned them over because she has access to them and she made that post, or her team made that post. It's very clear. And I think that if Thom did have access already to the USA page, then that never would have went up, or maybe it would have been deleted by now. I don't know. It's wild. The whole situation is wild to me. And I'll probably end up doing another episode about this with even more updates because I feel like we're just gonna see them keep coming. But please stay tuned, please subscribe, and be ready for new episodes. And let me know what else you'd like to see on the channel. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you very soon.